Okay, parshas Vayishlach. Vayishlach Yaakov Malochim Lefonov. Yaakov sent agents, or literally Malochim, angels, before him. El Esav Ochiv. Arza saves the Edom, to the land of Seir, which is the field of Edom. Let's say the Torah wouldn't have said the word Lefonov. Yishlach Yaakov Malochim El Esav Ochiv. Arza stay Seir, stay Edom. What is the word Lefonov? What does that add? Lefonov, before him. He sent agents before him. So the simple answer is, because if you find, he instructs them. This is what you should say, right? He instructs them. He says, yeah. Afterwards, when he instructs each one of them, right? This is when he sends the gift. He says, and our master Yaakov is coming after us. So, Lefonov, again, he sent these agents before him. First of all, what did he send them? To find out, is it his brother? Is he behaving like a brother, or is he behaving like an enemy? So if that's the case, even Lefonov, I mean, if that's the agency, it's not Lefonov. Okay, let's leave it right now, I'm not sure. So over here, there's a Ramban. He writes, Nichtava parsha azos lo diek hitzla kodesh baruch has avdo v'golem yad chosk mimenu. Why is this portion being written? To inform us that Hashem saved his servant and redeemed him from someone who was stronger than he was. Vayishlach maloch ve'etzileu. That's firstly. And he sent his agent to save him. Ulamdeinu od shu lo botach b'tzidkoso. You hear this? Yaakov, as special as he was, right? When he sent the message to Esav, what did he say? Im lovan gati v'targim v'sashomarti. But when he prayed to Hashem, he did not rely on what? On his tzidkus, on his devoutness. Therefore, he took every aspect of what? Of initiative. Whether it's the gift, whether it's the luchoma, whether it's the tefillah. He says there's something, allusion for the future generations. Whatever transpired between Yaakov and Esav, his brother, this will repeat itself with the descendants of Esav. And we have to assume the behavior, take the path of the tzaddik, Yaakov. We have to prepare ourselves for three things. We have to pray. Ledoro, for the gift, bribery. Even if we have to resort to physical war. To flee, to be saved. And Chazal, they extracted this from the parsha, as he will explain. Throughout the ages, we have to conduct ourselves exactly as Yaakov. We should not rely on our tzidkus. We have to take every level of initiative that Yaakov took. You know, people say, how could it be? There are more people studying today than ever. You know? Therefore what? Were you greater than Yaakov Avinu? He was concerned that he could be killed. So, and okay, whatever that means. So over here, the Rechaim HaKodesh, I'm sure I learned it many times, he stresses the word Lefonov. Yishlach tzorch lasa omer Lefonov lo tzorch. Seemingly, the word Lefonov is superfluous. Gam lo mahutzach lo matevus ochiv. Ki yodu shu Esav hu ochiv, it's known. Gam lo mahutzach laske artzos the artzos sor sodik yeshlichus lishtanim Yeshem o mokamech acher. Shom. Vodik lo ma'artzav lo. Oma lo oretz. See, he has a whole thing. What he says is, I mean, I remember how the answers the Lefonov. What would be if he sends agents, and by the time the agents arrive, Esav is here, so he can't prepare himself. Right. If the Malachim, they go back and forth instantaneously. Another reason he says, Esav, his level of guile and deceit and deception was at a level it was not possible to detect what really was in his heart. Outwardly, he could be dripping with love and warmth, and in his heart, you don't have a worse enemy than Esav. Who can make this evaluation? A human being cannot make this evaluation. Thirdly, what would be if he takes the agents, he kills the agents? Right? You send agents, he goes and decapitates them. So and you don't know, you say they're delayed. But if you have a malach is able to go back and forth instantaneously. A malach is able to make that evaluation. And a malach, you're not able to kill the malach. So the reason why he resorted to spiritual agents rather than to mortal agents, because the mortal agent wasn't really qualified to deal with an Esav at any level. So that's Lefonov. I mean, before he went, he had to send him before Lefonov. Because you don't know what's coming down the pike. And if it would have been mortal agents, you wouldn't have known.
Control over certain malachim, the malachim that are guarding him, Vayishlach. So in other words, he commanded
Has nothing to do with the dream. If you want to say that, it says he had the angels who met him, right, who were accompanying him. Now, it has nothing unrelated to the dream.
But I hear he's dreaming about it. Now,
he's not dreaming. It's not the dream. It's not the dream.
No, he's dreaming. He's laying down and he sees the ladder.
No, it's not that. It's not. The parsha ended. What did the parsha end? He saw two camps of angels. That had nothing to do with the dream.
I understand.
So what do you have to go back to the dream? Say those are the angels.
Okay, so say these are the angels.
Okay, maybe yes, maybe not.
A command of he's sending angels, and now at the end of the parsha, he's wrestling with an angel. So you see a progression of his strength. You see first he's dreaming, now he's commanding.
No dreaming, no dreaming, no dreaming, no dreaming. No.
Not anymore, not anymore.
It's not no progression. All you see over here that Yaakov has the ability to utilize angels to do his bidding.
Right.
That's all you see. Nothing more than that. Okay. I think you should invite Howard to be guest speaker at your Shalosh Shabbos. He'd be a big hit. Just make sure they don't have tomatoes in the pies. Okay. I'm concerned about the kashrus. Okay. Tomatoes, shvius. You're learning shvius, right? Okay. Okay. Vaitzavosam lemor. And he commanded them, saying, these angels, Kosomru ladon le'esov. This is what you should say to my master Esav. Ko amar avducho Yaakov. This is what your servant Yaakov had said. Im lovon garti. Becharato. I sojourned with Lavan, and I was delayed till now. 36 years he's been delayed. It's like say, see you later. Another lifetime. 36 years. As if, why, Esau didn't know exactly where Yaakov was? Of course he knew he was with Lavan. So as the Rashi cites Chazal, Im Lavan Garti, that despite my sojourning with Esau, with Lavan, Tarik Mitzvah Shamarti, right? I'm as spiritual sound returning as it was when I left. Rashi Garti lo naseisi sar v'choshuv el ger. That's one chapter. I didn't become a minister, somebody of special status. I'm still a stranger. Einoch kedai lisno osi al birchas avicho shebirchani hu havi vir lachicho. The bracha that our Father gave us it's not worthwhile to hate me because it never was fulfilled. Because the bracha was, Havi gvir lo achicha, you'll be the dominant person over your brother, or sure this kind be. I mean, in fact, it's a little bit of a disrespect. This is a bracha our father gave. It never was fulfilled. I mean, so what does that say about Yitzchak? Alan? The bracha. He's saying, because I'm still a stranger. Here he says, I will be a person of special status. Where's Yaakov? Coming back from Lavan. He had fled. Where is he? He's on the road. So he says, therefore, there's no reason. The bracha your father gave me was never fulfilled. Therefore, there's no basis to hate me. I mean, it's a little bit of disrespect. So you say, you know something? It's pikuach nefesh. You can say anything you want if your life's in danger. Right? Or you could say, well, we discussed what the Siforno said. That Siforno says, the person who gives the bracha, his bracha is potent, is effective. The one who receives the bracha has to be qualified, has to be worthy. I was not worthy that the bracha should take effect. See, what he's saying, our father's bracha never took effect, not because it's a deficiency in the bracha. It's a deficiency in me that, truthfully, I was not worthy. I wasn't the one who was supposed to get it. Therefore, I'm still a nobody. I'm a stranger. That's what he's saying to Esav.
The bracha has to take place in Eretz Yisrael.
Firstly,
Or is the chaos when he's going back now?
he's going for Firstly, as we once discussed, Yaakov at this point is not a patriarch. Both his parents are still alive. So Rivka passes away on the way back. So it could be at this point, the bracha v'gvir la'achech, I'm not sure, maybe it had to do with being, that's the battle between Yaakov and Esav. This is Klal Yisrael versus, even though it says Esav Soneg Yaakov, which we see was before, but the full-blown war is what we represent and what they represent. This is Yaakov as the patriarch. He's the patriarch of the negative, and Yaakov is the patriarch of the positive. And then at this moment, Rivka was alive. So he couldn't assume the position of Av and his wives to be the most, even though they already mothered the tribes, until his mother passes away. Once Rivka passes away, then he shifts into the position, together with his wives, as a patriarch and matriarchs.
Rabbi, if we go back to the bracha.
I wanted to hear what I told him.
I did.
Okay, say it over.
It's completely different. That when Yaakov enters into Laban, he only has a staff in his clothes. Now he's leaving Laban. Not only does he have a staff in his clothes, but he has four wives, 11 kids, and he has
Two wives, two concubines.
Thank you. And he has a tremendous amount of cattle. We just went through that. So how can he say that I never got the bracha? I mean, it's obvious that he went from nothing to something. He has tremendous amount of.
He says, I'm still a stranger.
But
a stranger.
But the bracha.
He says, I'm not a person of status. Gvir is more than just not wealth. It's more than wealth. Gvir is a person who's, you're a dominant person. I mean, Esav was a king. Esav controlled the whole area, region of right, Seir. Yaakov was on the way. And what came to mind while I was saying this is similar when we were attacked by Amalek, right? We were on the way. We didn't have a location. On the way out of Mitzrayim, we were weary, we were fatigued, and so on and so forth. Dover Acher, Garti, the Gematria Taryag. Numerically, it's Taryag, Klomar, Im Lovan Garti, V'tar Mitzvah Shamarti, V'lo Masav Eroim. I did not learn from his evil ways. Meaning, not only did I not violate, but I had no interest. Lulamarati. The very old person has, the Ramchal in Mesil Shem speaks about Nikius. There's a parak, it's called Nikius. You know what Nikius means? Doesn't mean you should wash your hands and take a shower 3 times a day. Nikius. Nikius means he speaks about Hillel, when it came to anger, he achieved Nikius. It's not he was inclined to be angry, and therefore he had to control his anger. He had to suppress his anger. The story with Hillel and with the two people who had the wager, they could get him angry in one Shabbos. And he spoke disrespectfully, he pestered him, he bothered him. Hillel had all the patience in the world. There wasn't even a question of a moment that he was ever even perturbed by this imposition and disrespect that this person was put in. Why? Because he was noki. He was cleansed. He did not have any inclination what to this. When Yaakov left, he had no inclination. And whatever Lavan represented, he had no interest. Not only did he despised it, he detested it. I mean, myself, he says, if it's Targum Mitzvah Shamati, what's Lamarti Masav Baroim? I didn't learn from his evil ways. What does it mean, I didn't learn from his evil ways? You'd say you learn from him, whatever it is, to appreciate. Appreciate whatever that is. I haven't changed as much. I have no relevance. That whole world, that world to me doesn't exist. It's something I despise, that world. So my purity, despite what loving is, it did not affect me as much as an iota.
Could you say that as evil as Lavan was in transgressive mitzvahs, in the negative, that I was as strong going in the positive and keeping it 613?
No, but he already said that. Targum Mitzvah Shamarti. He said that. So what is he adding? V'lo lamarti masav haroim. I did not learn from his evil ways.
It's a little Lavan. He knew how evil Lavan was.
I stand up. What is the, again, if he kept Targum Mitzvahs, he says, Targum Mitzvah Shamarti. Therefore, that's enough. What is he adding? V'lo lamati.
With the same zeal, I think with the same fervor that Lavan was evil. To counteract
Okay, so it's saying something similar.
You could keep 613 mitzvahs. A person could keep 613 mitzvahs and just not be a good person.
No, not possible. If you keep them, not possible. You have to be a good person. I mean, you do chesed, you do everything. You do everything. I mean, you're saying the same thing, what we're saying. Yeah. It means l'shma, everything. But that you can only have if you see the other in the negative on the most extreme level. Because if you value what the loving is to any degree, it's a diminishment of what you were. Okay.